Oh, the lemon. I was gonna guess the shallot. Hi everyone, I'm Meredith Abbott and welcome to Sur La Table. Today I'm going to be making a creamy buttermilk coleslaw, the perfect side dish for any barbecue or gathering. For this recipe, you need chives, caraway seeds, parsley, celery seeds, sugar, buttermilk, whole grain mustard, a carrot, shallot, mayonnaise, sour cream, thyme, dill, lemon, and of course, cabbage. First step is to prepare the cabbage and the carrot. I've shredded the carrot on a box grater, and I'm going to shred my half head of cabbage using my knife. So I've got my cut side, you see the core. Now I don't want to deal with all of this, so I'm gonna cut it into quarters. Nice heavy duty sharp knife. Chef's knives are great for this. Now I'm just gonna come and carefully hold this against my board and eyeball having that. This also allows me to take out the core pretty easily, like so. I'm going to do that to this half as well. Get that core out, set it off to the side. Now I'm ready to shred. So I'm gonna make slices as thin as I can, working my way through the cabbage. I'm just gonna move my blade up and down, getting as thin of slices as I can. Now, you can buy shredded cabbage, absolutely. I just like to do this myself. I find it quite satisfying. Nice and thin, and it looks like the stuff that you can buy. So you don't always have to buy pre-shredded cabbage. You can do it yourself. I'm gonna work my way through this entire half head of cabbage. So one large half head of cabbage shredded. Carrot, I didn't peel it, just wash it really well. I kind of like having the skin on. I'm gonna just give this a kind of a pre-toss so that when the dressing gets added to it, it mixes pretty easily. I'm going to set this aside while I make my dressing. Now it's time to make the dressing. I have got my chives sliced already and a shallot minced. I'm gonna pick off the parsley leaves. It's okay if you get a little bit of the stem in there, no big deal. Adds a kind of a nice crunch. It just tastes like parsley. And with the dill, same thing, you can get some stem in here. I just kind of like to grab it from kind of the thicker parts at the bottom, take my fingers, pinch and pull. And then if some of the stem gets in, it's also more on the tender side, which is fine. We're gonna chop it all up anyway, and it's getting added to a crunchy salad. So some stem is okay with these herbs. And move my stems off. Now I've got a nice pile of all of my fresh herbs. Gather them up with my fingertips into a nice big bundle. Take a nice sharp chef's knife. I'm going to slice through in one direction just to kind of get them started, getting smaller. Get those fingertips out of the way. Pile them up again and rock your knife through. Use your hands to reposition that pile. You can also hold your knife in different angles to work your way through if there's some large chunks, like so. I'm gonna leave some kind of bigger pieces. I'm okay with it. I like seeing some big flecks of green. Got a bowl that I'm going to mix all of this in. My favorite tool, the bench scraper. Scoop all of these herbs up, scrape them into the bowl, like so. Okay, now to this bowl, I'm going to add my buttermilk, mayonnaise, sour cream, shallot, sugar, whole grain mustard, chives, caraway seeds, celery seeds, and then last but not least, I need the zest and the juice of a whole lemon. So I'm gonna roll it just to get that juice kind of flowing on the inside. Taking my microplane, one of my top 5 favorite kitchen tools, set it directly over your bowl, and we're going to take off the outermost rind of this lemon, the bright yellow part, and this is where all of those really wonderful flavors are. All those essential oils come out of there. Pretty clean. There's a lot collected under there, so I'm just gonna tap it off. I'm going to cut this in half. And just so I don't have to dirty another dish, I'm gonna use my fingertips to catch the lemon seeds. So squeeze the lemon into, kind of make your fingers into a cup, like so. Spread your fingers apart to let the juice through, but it'll catch all of those lemon seeds. Now it's time to whisk. Standard whisk, just get it started so I'm not sloshing anything out of the bowl. There we go. Once it starts to come together, then you can whisk it a little bit more vigorously. Lots of herbs in there, tons of fresh flavor that balance out those kind of creamy, rich flavors from the buttermilk and the mayonnaise and the sour cream. Now I'm just going to taste it and then add some salt and pepper. Pepper is really up to your own taste, whatever you like. I happen to really like black peppercorns, so I usually add quite a few. Give this a stir. Taste as you go, and as you get more comfortable with seasoning your food, you can kind of know when you can add a lot and when you think you need to work in little increments. There you go, one more taste. Delicious. The lemon really pops. You get a little bit of that mustard and tons of fresh flavors from all of those herbs. Large bowl of the shredded cabbage and carrots. Pour all of this in. And I'm gonna toss it with my spatula first. You could also toss it with tongs. It's delicious, or you could let it set. You can make it a day in advance and it'll be also super delicious. It's ready to pack up and head out to any gathering.